Hey guys, Juan again here with the Colt Firm. All right, so what are some questions I typically ask my clients and typically that you guys need to be prepared for, okay? So when we're doing these consults, I'm gonna ask you, do you have land? Okay, so land, restrictions, what is it restricted to? What are some unrestrictions? All right, I'm also gonna add the location where you're gonna be building because that's gonna determine the cost of the build, wind loads, snow loads. I'm going to ask you if you got lending or financing, because if this is going to be a finance deal, this deal is going to be different than a cash deal. Okay. Type of products: cold form, red iron. So if we're going to do cold form or red iron, we're going to ask also, do you have electricity on land? Because that's going to be important. If you have to pull electricity, say a half a mile, that's going to cost you a lot of money versus pulling it 200 feet. So when you're looking at land, it's very, very important that you look at where your telephone poles are and where your resources are, and ask your realtor, where's the closest connection to electricity, because that can cost you a lot of money if you don't take that into consideration. Another consideration when you're looking at a piece of property, let's also look at what the wells are going for, because if you have to drill a well and the well costs you 50 grand, probably not a good place to buy that land. There's a reason why that land is so cheap. Also, the land might be cheap because it might not be buildable. So you want to check with the Environmental Protection Agency or the building department or zoning department to see what you can actually build on that land. There's always a reason why land is cheap, or there's a reason why it is expensive. So just be aware of that and do your research. Go to the building department, zoning department, or city of where you're looking to buy that land. I usually like to have my plans ready to go so I can present them to the building department, show them, give them a visual. This is what I want to try to do. Can I do this? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Get it in writing. Always get in writing. Get in writing. Everything must be in writing. If not, it didn't happen, and everyone's going to cover their own tails when it comes to that. When it comes to like you buying a property, next thing you know, what they said, get in writing. Okay. Also, now, what's another element to think of? All right. Your budget is going to determine everything. We can do steel, we can do stick. When it comes to stick, that means we can build your house out of wood, which is great. There's nothing wrong with wood. If you don't have a lot of snow, if you don't have a lot of wind, wood's great. It's fantastic, it's fine, works just fine. Most cost effective, modular homes, absolutely. Nothing wrong with them. If you sheetrock them, they're great. They look really, really pretty. I would upgrade your house definitely to sheetrock, 100%. And you just pay a little extra money for the details, and that's why we are very, very particular who we carry in the modular division, because that is, you still want a nice home, you know what I'm saying? You don't want something that's too cheap. You want something that you can enjoy and you're gonna live in, and that you can actually afford. That being said, oh Lordy, what else? Make sure that everyone we bring on board is licensed. All our builders are licensed. All our subcontractors are licensed, so that you're gonna have that, rest assured that you're going to have a nice build. Okay. That being said, we have our own finance team that can get you financing. If you're a veteran, I'm a prior veteran for 15 years, prior Army and Navy chaplain, we can get you financing. Okay. When you do design plans, guys, when you pay the deposit, you design your plans, and then you realize, hey, I don't want to do this no more, they're not refundable, because the time and energy that our team puts into it, the cost is a service. Okay. So just know that your plans are an estimate, and the time that goes into it, it is reimbursed back to you on the loan. But if you don't proceed forward and we do all this time and energy into it and you pay a fee, that is not refundable. So I just want to be very transparent with you. We don't work for free. Okay. What else? I mean, it's a very simple process. We got to get your money right first, your planning, development. Get your details. We like builders to come do a site visit. It's important to know where the property's, where your house is going to go. Excavation, land clearing. The more wooded that your property is, the more money's going to cost. The more to clear the land and get it prepared. Okay, so that can cost $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000. It just depends on the property how much you want cleared. Bringing road systems, running gravel, putting gravel in, or crushing runs. So these are things to take into consideration, that every single little screw and every single little nail and every single baseboard and every piece of wood, and every piece of steel, and all the labor and time that goes into building this home has to be itemized, every single detail to the bank. And then everything's got to be followed according to a schedule. Okay, so check us on the web at coltfirm.com, and I hope we can answer some of your questions. There's a ton more questions to ask, such as, you know, what's your timeline? How soon you want to build? Sometimes we can build it within 6 to 12 months. Okay, that's going to be dependent on weather. It's going to be dependent on from permitting. So people ask, how long is it going to take you to build? I say 6 to 12 months, but it's just codependent upon a lot of other factors that we cannot control. We can only control what we can control, and the ones that we can't not control, then it is what it is. All right, you guys have a blessed day. Check us on the web at cultfirm.com. My name's Juan, and we'd love to serve you.